people, we saying it's your boy Muzi13 back with another one. We are getting towards the end of the Premier League season, the end of the football season. Although we are looking forward to the World Cup, but in terms of Arsenal, it's towards the end of the season. And let's get into the match preview for West Ham versus Arsenal. Match day 36 in the Premier League. So, like I mentioned, this 36th match day in the Premier League. If we're looking at all competitions, Arsenal have played 59 games this season. We've won 42, drawn 10, lost 7, about a 70% win rate, which is absolutely insane. In the Premier League, however, we're looking at 23 wins, 7 draws, 5 losses. Currently sitting at 76 points with a plus 41 goal difference, most in the league. We are currently 5 points clear of City, although City have a game in hand. And we are on pace for 2.17 points per game, which is 83 points at the end of the season. If we're looking at the reverse fixture, Arsenal beat West Ham 2-0 at the Emirates earlier this season. Goals from Declan Rice in the 38th minute. Beautiful volley, half volley, by the way. And Saka, 67-minute pen. This is a chance for Arsenal to maintain either a 2-point gap against City, because right now they have a game at hand, so it's currently 5 points, or a 4-point gap if City draw, or a potential 7 points gap if City lose. So there's all combinations that are possible this weekend. It's going to be interesting to see how that game goes before we play on Sunday. But Arsenal have a feel-good factor at the club right now, as we have just qualified for our first Champions League final in 20 years. So our second in our history, and we'll be facing PSG, so looking forward to that end of May. I'm going to be in London at the time, so I'm going to be at that parade, God willing. But yeah, let's get this Premier League over the line first, and then we can look into the Champions League final when that time has come. But if we're just looking at all competitions, Premier League, 23 wins, 7 draws, 5 losses. FA Cup, 3 wins, 1 loss. EFL Cup, 5 wins, 1 loss. UCL, 11 wins, 3 draws. So still undefeated in the Champions League. Could potentially win it undefeated. First team to win the Premier League and the Champions League invincible. Hey, man, there's a lot of history at stake. But let's get right into it. This is the preview. Like I said, West Ham Arsenal is going to be an interesting game. A lot of ramifications. Man City are going to play Brentford at home before us. So regardless, I think this is the game. I think this game is the one that decides the Premier League for Arsenal. Regardless of what City do, if we win against West Ham, I think we've won the league. I think we won the league. Now, not mathematically, it's not confirmed, but you're looking at the last 2 games after that. We're playing Burnley at home with no disrespect. Burnley already relegated. Nothing to play for. You expect Arsenal to win. And then the last game of the season is going to be Crystal Palace away. Now, normally this will be a tough game to play, but Crystal Palace have qualified for the Conference League final, and they're going to make a lot of changes going into that game, because the Conference League final is 3 days after the league season ends. So knowing that that's not enough time to recuperate, recover, they're not going to risk a lot of their players in the league, especially because they're not fighting for relegation. They're not fighting for Europe. They're already essentially secured in the Premier League for next season. The Conference League is way bigger for them. It's a chance to win a second or a potential third trophy if you count the Community Shield. And then qualify for the Europa League, which they should have been in this season, by the way, but that was a whole thing with Nottingham Forest. But yeah, so that's why I'm looking at this game like it's like a Premier League final. If we win this game, Arsenal have officially, well, I keep saying officially, it's not officially, but Arsenal have pretty much won their first Premier League title since 2004, which is absolutely crazy to see. It will be the first in my lifetime that I can enjoy, because in 2004 when Arsenal won, I was 4 years old. So I can't even be claiming it like, oh, I was out here enjoying it at that time. I was 4 years old and didn't get to enjoy it. Same for the Champions League final. It's going to be the first one I'm going to be watching since I started watching football. When that happened, I was 6 years old. I wasn't watching Arsenal back then. I only really started watching footy when I was like 8, 9. At least stuff that I can recollect. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to the end of this season, and this is what it's all about. This is what all Arsenal fans have always wanted to see. Back in the banter era days, back when we were finishing 8th, getting slapped up 4-1 in the Europa League final under Unai Emery by Chelsea, bottling 2-0 leads to Watford, 2-2, and Watford are having 20-plus shots, losing 8-2 to Manchester United. There's just been so much pain that this team this club has endured. And just to see the possibility that in the next 4 games, if Arsenal win the next 4 games, they would have had an historic season and the best ever season in their history. That is insane to me. That is insane to me. But it starts with this West Ham game. It's going to be interesting to see what lineup he goes with. I actually did a predicted lineup video as well. Y'all can check that out on my page. But I think he's going to go pretty much with what we've seen in the last 2 games against Atletico de Madrid and Fulham, because those performances were tip top. We won both games. He brought in Miles Lewis-Skelly into midfield, which we hadn't seen the whole season prior. We'd seen him inverting from left back into midfield, but him starting in the midfield is a completely different situation. He's so fearless. He's brave. He wants the ball. He's going to demand the ball. He can run with it. He knows how to shield it, win fouls. That's going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial. And if he keeps up this performances towards the end of the season, Arteta's going to have a big call to make for that Champions League final when it rolls around. Does he play Miles Lewis-Skelly or does he play Zubimendi? With the way Miles Lewis-Skelly's playing right now, I would go with Miles Lewis-Skelly in that Champions League final. Now, things could change, like I said, but I'm saying as of right now. But yeah, West Ham Arsenal, gonna be a good game. But I fancy Arsenal to win this game. I'm gonna go for a West Ham 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal are gonna win this game 2-0 is my prediction, and I'm gonna go for goals from Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi Eze. Those are gonna be my 2 goal scorers, but I think Arsenal win this game 2-0. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts just in general about Arsenal right now? Like it's looking good. Everything's looking rosy right now. Can't believe this is my life as an Arsenal fan. Never thought I'd see us in the Champions League final, but here we are. Never thought I'd see it be 2-3 wins away from us winning the Premier League. But yeah, 4 big games to go, Arsenal. Come on, lock in. Lock in right now and make us all proud. But it's been your boy, Muzi13. Like I said, 2-0 Arsenal win is my prediction. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.